and I'm here to talk about inclusive HR systems and why you should care about building them.
Businesses in our region have been doing a huge yet very simple mistake for as long as they've been operating. And this mistake is look around you now and you cannot but notice the misrepresentation of women in the workplace.
Women in a patriarchal society are told from birth that they are inferior, and this is very common in the MENA region. Even organizations are gendered because the patriarchal norms from society are often embedded with organizational structures.
One of the biggest challenges that is presented upon organizations in the MENA region is creating a diverse and inclusive environment. Despite the long history of progress, multiple forms of inequality, exclusion, and discrimination are still very well present in the MENA region.
Many organizations fail to build inclusive HR systems, and often the importance of diversity and inclusion at the workplace is not acknowledged. This is due to different reasons, such as laws and power structures within different contexts and societies.
You might be thinking, why does it matter if the work is going to be done anyways?
Inclusion and diversity might appear to be vague and unnecessary concepts for a business entity, but when it comes to commitment, when it comes to trust, employees' performance, and therefore business profits, it all comes down to how employees are treated in the workplace and if inclusion is well applied or not.
It has been proven that organizations bringing in people from different backgrounds and experiences into a healthy and cultivating work environment actually yield better results than their competitors.
Did you know, for instance, that embracing diversity in all aspects of our business will help us outperform and improve our business outcomes?
This business case for inclusion would help us achieve $12 trillion that could be added to the global economy by 2025 if the gender gap is narrowed, retention and recruitment strategies, and to win the competition for talent with the correct promotion.
Now that we are aware of the importance of diversity and inclusion, how can we implement them?
So here are 3 key practices for inclusive HR systems. First, HR policies should be fair and equally accessible to all employees, giving them a sense of transparency and the opportunity to grow within the organization. Second, set numbers for the representation of different groups and keep track of who is being retained and promoted. And third, introduce diversity trainings to enforce a diverse workforce and ensure a safe work environment.
Now finally, how can companies know that they have achieved diversity and inclusion in the workplace? Well, you might be surprised, but with current advancement in research, D&I, which means diversity and inclusion, is now measurable. But it even gets better. We have our own index for the Middle East. It's the KIP index, or KIP, which was developed at the Al-Ayan School of Business at AUB. And it helps reputable organizations to determine where they stand on inclusion and diversity and how to improve.
Now you might think that this is the HR's job to build an inclusive system. Well, yes, the HR department should eliminate all pro-male bias when recruiting and trying to hire more women, give them an equal pay as well as retain them. However, it is everyone's responsibility to make women feel more welcomed and appreciated at work.
Throughout this course, I was able to develop an understanding of the importance of the systems and the gravity they hold. I learned that the movement towards equality and equity is accompanied by inclusive HR systems, which are extremely important for any organization that wants to build a sense of connection, belonging in an engaging culture while retaining the authenticity and uniqueness of its employees.
Personally, having had the opportunity to learn more about inclusive HR systems was an eye-opener, and I believe that knowledge as such should be incorporated into curriculums to shed light on the importance of such practices.